Good morning, friends. So today we'll learn about the KVL and KCL. Okay, KVL is, as we know, the Kirchhoff voltage law, and KCL is nothing but Kirchhoff current law. Okay, these are the two basic rules which are very useful while we are solving any circuit. Okay, or while we are analysis the any circuit. Okay, so what is KVL? KVL is nothing but the Kirchhoff voltage law. Okay, and what is the statement for the KVL? KVL what it states? Okay, simply it states that in any closed network, okay, the summation of voltage in any closed circuit is always zero. Okay, so while there is any closed circuit, and if we find the summation of the voltage through the that closed circuit will always be equal to zero. Okay, so that is nothing but a KVL. And the KCL, another law is the KCL, which is also very important. Okay, now what it states? It simply states that the algebraic sum of currents on any node is always equal to 0. Or simply, in other words, we can say that on any node, the incoming current will always be equal to the outgoing current, or the outgoing current will always be equal to the incoming current. Okay, so we'll try to understand it by taking the example, okay, of both KVL and KCL. Okay, first of all, we'll see what is KVL. Okay, that is known as a Kirchhoff voltage law. Okay, KVL is nothing but a Kirchhoff voltage law. Okay, now what the KVL suggests, or how we can apply the KVL in any circuit. Okay, for example, say let us we try with one circuit. Say this is one voltage source of 10 volt. Okay, some resistance. Let's say this resistance is of say 20 ohm. Okay, then again one resistance is there which is having the value of say 10 ohm. Okay, and again some voltage source is there which is having the value of say 5 volt. Okay, now this is the circuit. Okay, closed circuit. Now we will apply the KVL in this circuit. Okay, so while we are applying the KVL, we will start from any one point of the circuit. Let's say start from this point. Okay, and we have to return to this point only. Okay, because it is a closed circuit. Okay, now I am starting from this point. Okay, and we'll go, either I can go towards the anti-clockwise or I can go towards the clockwise. Okay, so let us I prefer to go clockwise. Okay, so starting from this point, I'm going to the clockwise. Okay, so first of all, this voltage source is they say I'm giving it name as V1 V2. Say this is R1 and R2. So I will write the equation in form of V1 R1 R2 and V2. Okay, so starting from this point I am going clockwise. Okay, so first this source will come. Okay, this is voltage source. Okay, now the this voltage source is having the polarity plus minus. Okay, I am going in this direction. So first the minus will come, then it will be plus. Now what is this minus plus? Minus plus is nothing but the voltage of this terminal, upper terminal, will be lower as compared to the voltage of the lower terminal. Okay, so while I'm traveling, it is the rise of the voltage. The voltage rises. Okay, because this voltage is lower than this one. Okay, or this voltage is higher than this one. So while I'm traveling, this voltage source is having a voltage rise. Okay, so I will consider voltage rise as positive polarity and voltage drop as negative polarity. Okay, so this is voltage rise, so I will write it as plus V1. Okay, now again moving, this is R1. Okay, and basically in KVL what we are summing, we are summing a voltage drop. Okay, so let's say current through this branch is say I. Okay, so current is flowing in this direction, so there will be more voltage at this position as compared to this one, because this is resistance, and resistance, as we know that there is a voltage drop across any resistance. Okay, So this resistance will also do a voltage drop. So voltage at this terminal will be higher as compared to voltage at this terminal. So this will be plus minus, and this also will be equal will be plus minus. Okay, so I am traveling in this direction. Again, the voltage drop across this resistance will be I into R1. Okay, and as it is plus minus, again it is a voltage. Now it is voltage drop, plus minus voltage drop. So we have considered plus for voltage rise, we'll consider minus for voltage drop. So minus I into R1. Okay, then uh, going forward, we'll come to the R2. Again plus minus voltage drop, so minus I into R2. Okay, and here minus plus. Okay, this is minus plus, plus minus, plus minus, again it is minus plus. So again now it is voltage rise. So for voltage rise, we'll consider plus. Okay, so plus V2, that will be equal to 0, because after this we'll again come to this point. Okay, so this is closed loop. So voltage drop in any closed loop is always equal to 0. Okay, so if I apply the values of different say voltage and currents. Okay, sorry, voltage and resistance, then V1 is equal to 10 volt. Okay, minus what is R, that we doesn't know. Okay, so 20 into I minus 10 into say I plus 5 is equal to 0. So from this equation simply we can find the value of I. Okay, so simply we can say that 15 is equal to, okay, this minus term will go towards this side, so that will become 30 into I. Okay, so I will be equal to nothing but 15 divided by 13, so 1 by 2 ampere. Okay, this is nothing but the KVL. Okay, this is simply we can write that the summation of voltage on any closed loop will always be equal to 0. Okay, this is KVL. Okay, one thing we should take into account here is that either in this case I have considered plus sign for voltage rise, okay, and minus sign for voltage drop. If you are considering minus sign for voltage rise, then you have to consider plus sign for voltage drop. Okay, that will also work, but either you have to take plus sign for voltage rise or minus sign for voltage rise. And if you are taking plus sign for voltage rise, you have to take minus sign for voltage drop. Okay, this is nothing but the KVL. Okay, now we'll see the KCL. Okay, KCL is nothing but the Kirchhoff current law. Okay, and what it suggests that on any node the incoming current will be equal to the outgoing current. Okay, this is nothing but a Kirchhoff current law. Say some node is there. Okay, say these two currents are coming, okay, on this particular node. Okay, and these are the different currents that are going through this node. Okay, let's say this I2, this is I4, and this is I5. Okay, so what the KCL says that the incoming current on any particular node, okay, so the incoming current is I1 and I3. Okay, that will be equal to the outgoing current through that node. So outgoing current is I2, I4 and I5. Okay, so total incoming current will be equal to the total outgoing current. Okay, that already we can simply, if we know about the electrical basics, then simply we can say that the current, whatever current that is coming on any node, okay, same current will be go from will go out from that node. Okay, so this is about the KCL. Okay, Kirchhoff current law. Okay, if I say draw any circuit, let's say some circuit is there. Okay, this is say 5 ohm resistance. Okay, and say this is 10 ohm resistance, and let this is also 10 ohm resistance. Okay, so now whatever current is coming through on this node, okay, this current will same as this current. Okay, because this is the node, this is the incoming node, and these two are the outgoing nodes. Okay, so first of all, to prove this we have to find the current. Okay, so these two resistance are in parallel. Okay, so if I again draw this circuit, say this is say 5 ohm, the parallel combination of 10 ohm and 10 ohm resistance will be equal to 5 ohm. Now I can find the current, okay, I. So let's say I is equal to 10 divided by 5 plus 5, that is 10. So I will be equal to 1 ampere. Okay, so 1 ampere current is flowing through this. Okay, now if I am applying a current divider rule, okay, so let's say I am applying current divider rule. Okay, so I am finding current through this resistance, say 10 ohm resistance. Okay, so what current divider rule says, say this current is I dash and this current is I double dash. So I am finding I dash. Okay, so that is equal to total current, that is 1 ampere, okay, into opposite resistance, that is 10, divided by total resistance. Okay, that is 10 plus 10, that is equal to 20. Okay, so 10 divided by 20 is nothing but 0.5. 10 divided by 20, okay, here I can write 10 divided by 20, that is nothing but 1 by 2.5 ampere. Okay, similarly if I find I double dash, okay, let's say I find it over here, say I double dash, okay, that is nothing but again total current, okay, that is 1 ampere into opposite resistance. Now opposite resistance is this, again it is 10 divided by total, so that is equal to 0.5 ampere. Okay, now what is the total current I? Now what the KCL actually says, that incoming current, that is equal to I, will be equal to outgoing current. Outgoing currents are I dash and I double dash. Okay, now what I we got, so I that we got is 1 ampere, that is I dash is 0.5 ampere and I double dash is also 0.5 ampere. Okay, hence it is proved. Okay, so this is nothing but the KCL. Okay, and both of these rules are very important while we are solving any complex electrical networks. Okay, so this is about the KVL and KCL. Thank you.